You don't find that suspicious? 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 Hold up, 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 hold up.
Mickey, the producer.
I know you ain't been lonely, and I've been lonely. I know you been lonely, and I've been lonely. I know you been feeling lonely. I know you want your own thing, and I've been smoking on strong rays. I know you ain't been home, babe. I know you been feeling lonely. I know you want your own thing, and I've been smoking on strong, babe. I know you ain't been home, babe. I know you want your own thing. I know you want your own thing. I'm smoking on strong, babe. All of my money, like Robert De Niro. I'm eating the hair on. I'm smoking gelato. She know what it be, though. All on the bar show. I'm there with the bimbos. I ride in the Benzos. I ride in gelato. All in the Lambo. I'm with the famo. She know what it be, though. I'm on the north side. Bitch in the mile wide. Know what it be, though. I know you want your own thing, and I've been smoking on strong, babe. I know you ain't been home, babe. I know you been feeling lonely. I know you want your own thing, and I've been smoking on strong, babe. I know you ain't been home, babe. I know you want your own thing. I know you want your own thing. She hit me on FaceTime. I tell her little bitch why. Tell her little bitch though. I let her go pie though. I let her on Sky though. She know what it be though. I hit her every day though. I've been busy though. Yeah. Bad little bitch in my car though. She is a bad little bitch in my car.
Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button.
I know you want your own thing, and I've been smoking on strong, babe. I know you ain't been home, babe. I know you been feeling lonely. I know you want your own thing, and I've been smoking on strong, babe. I know you ain't been home, babe. I know you want your own thing.
Welcome to the check-in report. I am your humble host. On this Christmas day, Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas to you all. This may be a throwaway show. This is a Christmas edition of Ask, True, and Livin'. I like to give young men advice on when I do these shows. I like to give young men advice. So, if we have any young men in here, if we have any young women in here, this is a show about giving advice to people. Ask, True, and Livin'. This is the Christmas edition of this show, where we give people the opportunity to vent, the opportunity to talk about their problems, the opportunity to just to be educated and enlightened. Maybe I can help you. Maybe you can help me. This is an episode of Ask, True, and Livin', where we give young men and young women the opportunity to come in here to ask questions. And I have a question tonight. And it's just a caveat question. The main focus tonight is to help people with whatever problems that they're dealing with, whether it be relationship problems, things that they need help with, or realigned in their focus, whatever it is. But the second topic tonight that I wanted to put on the table, and this is for the men. This is for the men. Give me a second while I lay this out. Give me a second. This is my second topic. If your girlfriend, right, hear me out. If your girlfriend was born a man, born a male, and you have been dating this person, let's say you've been dating this person for 6-7 months. You've been dating this person for 6-7 months. And then you happen to find out that the girl you've been dating, in actuality is not a girl, it's actually a transformer. Would you leave? Yes or no? It's a question. I just want to know. I just want to know. We live in a different era. There are transformers in our communities. These things are prevalent in the community. It's something that men that are younger, I think what's the generation before my generation? I believe it's the generation Zers. It's something that Generation Z should be thinking about, because I believe that it will be even more prevalent. So I'm here to ask that question tonight. So humor me in that question. So these are the things that I'm asking for tonight. Salute to the people that's in the chat. Almighty says, laugh my ass off. This question is wild. How did the person get in this predicament? LOL. Well, Almighty, you have to think about the era that we're in. This time in history. This time in history, men are being tricked. These things are being tricked. This is something that I believe that men in what's the generation X, not Generation X, Generation Z. This is something that Generation Z may have to be thinking about, because men of my generation, when we were coming of age, these were not things that were prevalent, that were in our communities. These were not things that we had to look out for. It was pretty much known that those people stay over there, and the people that are, heterosexual, they stay where they are. Like we had environments. The people that were in that type of lifestyle where they were transformers, they were over there. And we were over here. Heterosexual people were over here. Now these things are being combined. These different, things, they're being intermingled, and, especially when we're getting into the Generation Zers, right? So it's a prevalent question that young men of today have to think about. I'm gonna be honest with you. As we're going on, I know it sounds wild to you, because you may be a man that's around my age, and these things were never really prevalent. In your days of coming up, these things were never really prevalent to when we were coming up. But for the young men today, these are things that they may have to think about. You may go to a club in this generation, and you're having a fun time. You're intoxicated. You smoke some weed. You may pop a perk, and you're vibing out. You're having a good time, and then you see something sexy dancing on you, backing that thing up on you, and you're having a good time. You're grabbing it by the neck, grabbing it by the hips. Next thing you know, they turn around. Y'all start kissing. And then, numbers get exchanged. Maybe, you go to dinner, you go to a movie, and, it's all in the back of your mind. This is the last thing you're thinking about. And this person is a transformer. This is things that the generations coming after us have to think about. Salute to Abdur. Abdur says, "Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you too, bro." Fergus says, "Was Diddy tricked?" I think that Diddy. I think that Diddy has a fetish for. I think Diddy's bisexual. I don't think Diddy was tricked. I think Diddy's bisexual. I don't think Diddy was ever tricked or anything of that nature. I think Diddy was full aware of what he liked and what he was into. I don't think Diddy was tricked. Abdur says, "A man backing that thing up on you. Oh my OMG, that's wild. That is wild. But it's something that the young men of this generation have to think about." And I'm here to ask you, I'm here to ask the men in here. If you were, hypothetically, this is all hypothetical. This is a hypothetical show. If you were in the club one night, right? If you were in the club having a good time, you were drinking, something fine came up to you. You was having a good time. The drinks was flowing, and let's say this transformer had the surgery. So you went home with the transformer. You made love to the transformer. Optimus Prime. You had a good time. You leave. You call the transformer the next day. I'm here to ask you, would you guys leave? Let's say you've been dating for 6 months. Let's say you've been dating the transformer for 6 months. Would you leave? Would you leave? What would you do? Would you leave? Would you fight them? Would you get on top of a roof and commit that? What would you do? What would you do? I want to know what you guys would do. Eric says, "Watch out for the hairy knuckles." Abdur says, "That would be terrible. Never experienced it, but that's wild, my G." Yeah, man, listen. This is something that, younger men have to think about. Listen, when I was coming up, these were not things that were prevalent. These were not things, like I said, I was saying this earlier. When I was coming up, Transformers, they had their own communities, right? And they would stay in their communities, and they would never try to intermingle with the heterosexual community, right? They would do what they do in their communities. As we go further along, in history, as we go further along, as we, go towards the future, these things are now being interchangeable. These things are now being combined, molded together now. These communities, where these things are more accepting now. And this is more prevalent to the younger generation. Like I said, when I was coming up, this was not something that was ever on our brains, because this was not something we ever had to really think about. But as we go further along into the future and where we're headed, these are things that young men may have to think about. I'm gonna be honest with you; they're gonna have to think about these things. Gone are the days of making sure, and because back in the day it was like, these were not things we were thinking about. We weren't thinking about, let me go check their let me see some baby pictures. Let me go see pictures when you were younger. Young men may have to do some investigation when they're talking to a girl these days. They might do some investigative information. So yeah, I'm just asking that question. Would you leave? Would you leave? What would you do? What would you do? What would you do? Gucci says, how does the presence of different I don't know what you're talking about. Abdur says, I'd be ghost. I'm not scrolling up to read your comment, bro. If you want me to scroll up, put a donation. We put respect on the donation. I've never seen you in this chat. I've never seen you on this video, and you're coming up here telling me to scroll. You put a donation into the chat, and I'll scroll. You're coming in here. I ain't never seen you before. You know, you ain't put no donations in here. I mean, come on, bro. Who are you? Never seen you. You never put a donation in here. You're telling me to scroll. I'm not scrolling nothing, all right? Salute to Abdur. Abdur says, some of them you can barely tell. They are he-she's. They could get their Adam's apple removed. Yes. This is true. So this is why I'm telling y'all. This is why I'm bringing this out. What would you do? You know? And this is more prevalent. This is more of a conversation for younger men. You know, men that are 25 and up. This is something that men that are 25 and up, you're going to have to think about these things. These things are going to be prevalent more into the future. Like I said, you're going to be in the club one night, having a good time. The drinks are going to be flowing. You're probably going to be intoxicated, probably going to be high. And possibly there may be a transformer in there backing it up on you. You can't tell. They got the Adam's apple shave, you know. They got the surgery done. But they backing it up on you. You're intoxicated. You know, you had a couple perks. You may fall in love in that club. I want to fall in love in this club. In this club, you may fall in love. 6 months later, they tell you that they've been a transformer. What do you do? But besides that, because this show is not mainly about that. That's just a secondary topic. I am here to give men advice today. Is there anybody that is going through anything? Does anybody need any relationship advice? Does anybody want me to talk about the Travis Hunter situation? You know, this is a show about giving men advice and women as well. This is a show about giving men and women advice. You know, the transformer topic, that's just a secondary topic. We can come back to that. You know, I just wanted to throw that in there as a caveat. But no, today's show was about giving men and women advice on relationships, on mindset, on focus, on whatever you're dealing with. What can I help you with? If there's something that's on your mind, something you need help with, or refocus, relationship advice. Is there anything that I can help any of you young men with, or women with today, that that you would like to talk about, that you would like to get off of your chest? You know, treat this as therapy. Treat this as a safe space for you to talk about your feelings, for you to talk about your relationship problems, for you to talk about what's going on in your life. Is there anything that I can help you with tonight, men? I want to talk to you tonight. Fire! 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 No. Okay, Xander says my dog died, and Abdur says, how do you feel about the Fat Joe situation? All right, let me talk to Xander first, and I'm gonna get to Xander. Xander, all right, Xander, you know, if your dog, you know, first of all, condolences that your dog died. I mean, a lot of people, or doggy daddies, they love their dogs, man. You know, if you're dealing with that, you know, it's sad. It's sad. You know, we love animals. We love dogs. I'm a dog person. I love dogs. You know, but you know, if your dog was old, you said it was at 5 months. Okay, so it was a pretty young dog. So you said at 5 months. Yeah, it was a pretty young dog. What happened, Xander? What happened? If I could ask, what happened? How did the pup die? It's very sad. You know? Very sad. Now he's asking, how do I make money as a teenager? Get a job, Xander. Get a job. Xander, when I was a teenager, I had a job, and I had odd jobs. I remember the first job I had. It was the weirdest job I ever had. The first job I had, I was it was this old white man, and he had like old cameras and stuff like that, and I would like. He had like an eBay business where he would ship old cameras that people. He was like he was like a camera collector, and the first job I ever had was like boxing up cameras, sending them off and stuff like that. Was the first job I ever had. Yeah, that was the first job I ever had. So you know, even at a young age, I had a job. So you got to go out there and find a job, man. There's plenty of places hiring. Go out there, find a job, you know, go do applications, put yourself out there. Even do this, Xander, go volunteer. If you can't find a job, go volunteer, because sometimes volunteering will open up an opportunity for you to get work. A lot of young men don't think about that. Sometimes you have to volunteer. Just volunteer somewhere. You know, go to certain places. Maybe you go to a fire department. Maybe you go to different businesses, different offices, and just ask them, could you help them? Ask small businesses in your community. Ask them, hey man, I'm looking for a job, but I also just want an opportunity to work. Do you guys need anybody to come in here? Maybe I can help you guys sweep up the floors, help with the maintenance around the building, help with the maintenance around the business or whatever. You know, just put yourself out there and give yourself go out there and volunteer, because while you're volunteering, it will put you in the groove of working. So by the time you do get that job, you know, you'll be in the groove of working because you've been volunteering all this time. So Xander, if you're looking for a job, I would say go out there, fill out the applications, put yourself out there, make sure your resume is looking good, or make sure you have a resume, and go out there and volunteer. Don't be afraid to volunteer. Don't look at it as, oh, this is just free work that I'm doing. Go out there and volunteer. Go out there and you know, do some free work, and I think it'll open up an opportunity for you to get some work. But in terms of your dog dying, you know, that's condolences to you. But you know, the dog was young. I don't know exactly what happened. He says, my dog died randomly. Yeah, the condolences, man. That's sad, you know. Condolences. Condolences. Let me get to Abdur. Abdur was talking about the Fat Joe situation. In terms of the Fat Joe situation, Fat Joe was a clown. Fat Joe disrespected FBA. He disrespected foundational Black Americans. He's a clown. You know, a lot of things that he said, a lot of inconsistencies. He called foundational Black Americans racist, broke. This is the same guy who evaded paying his taxes. He went to jail for paying his taxes, but he's calling foundational Black Americans broke. Make it make sense. He went to jail for not paying his taxes, but you're calling foundational Black Americans broke. But he calls foundational Black Americans all these names. First of all, foundational Black Americans are an amalgam of people. It's not one person. It's not Tariq Nasheed's YouTube subscriber. It's a lineage of people that are descendants of slaves that have contributed to America, to the building blocks of America. That's what FBA is. He has no knowledge of this. And I'm working on a video where I will be, just want to let you know, I want to bring you up to speed. Abdur. I'm going to be sending I'm going to be sending letters to BET and some of Fat Joe's sponsors. I'm working on the video. I've just thought about this today. I will be sending out letters to his sponsors, and I'm going to talk about the fact that he has a history of disrespecting Black women. He went on stage and he disrespected Vita and Little Mo. He said that they were crackhead, dusty Black bitches. He said that on the Versus stage. He has a history of that. He's been saying the N-word as a white Hispanic male in BET, gave this man a hosting job at the BET Hip Hop Awards. I will be sending a letter to them. I will be sending a letter to various sponsorships of his to talk about the racism, the disrespect that he has shown to the black community for all these years. I will be sending a letter out because I am a foundational black American man, and I was very disturbed and very disgusted with his actions and what he said. Yeah, he's a clown. And then he talks about, you know, how he said he disrespected Lord Jamar. He said Lord Jamar was the wackest rapper in Brand Nubian. I mean, Fat Joe, you were the wackest in Terror Squad. You were the wackest in Digging in the Crates. He was like literally fat. When was Fat Joe like? How does Fat Joe have the gall to tell anybody that they were whack in a group? He's literally one of the worst rappers of all time. Nobody has Fat Joe on a top 5, top 10, top 20, top 50. Go back and remember when everybody was making those top 50 lists? When everybody was making those top 50 lists, the top 50 rappers. I didn't see Fat Joe on none of those lists. Everybody in hip hop was making top 50 lists. Remember that? It was like a couple years ago. The top 50 hip hop artists. I didn't see Fat Joe on none of those lists. I seen Rakim. I seen Nas. I seen Jay-Z. All foundational black American men. I seen Snoop Dogg. I seen Kendrick Lamar. I even seen Big Pun. Big Pun was a beast. Big Pun deserves to be on that top 50 hip hop artists. But Fat Joe was one of the worst rappers ever. Ever. He got washed on every track. From Remy Ma washing him, from Big Pun waxing him. Cuban Link. He's been one of the worst rappers. He's been one of the worst rappers ever. Yeah, so he's a clown. So, you know, he's a clown. You know, Fat Joe's a clown, bro. He's a clown. He's a clown. Fat Joe is just a clown. And, you know, I'm working on that video, though. I am working on that video. And, yeah, man, it is what it is. We'll see how that works out. Yeah, but let me know. Is there anything that I can help you young men with? Is there anything that I can help you with? Any relationship advice? Any anything? Whatever you guys want to talk about. This is an Ash True and Living show tonight. And you know, the caveat topic is the Transformer topic. You know, if it's a little too touchy for y'all, let me know. But, you know, whatever y'all want to talk about. If you want to talk about the Transformer topic, we can talk about that. Or if you want to talk about, you know, whatever y'all want to talk about, you know. Yeah, man. Abdur says, R.I.P. Pop's first Christmas. Oh, man. Condolences to you, man. Condolences to you and your family. Yeah, man. Sad, man, you know, going through those holidays without, you know, your loved ones, man. Condolences to you, man. Condolences. You know, condolences to you and condolences to your family. You know? How about parents' death? Miss my dad. Abdur, you know, listen, man. First, I want to say condolences to anybody who's going through any of that. You know, if you're going through any type of loved one, you know, going through this holiday season. I know it's tough, and I know it's very sad, and I want to say condolences first and foremost. You know, and you know, it's going to be tough. You know, it's going to be tough getting through those holidays. But you know, I think the best way to show your loved ones respect on those holidays is to carry on the tradition. I don't know if you have kids, Abdur. I don't know if you have kids, but if you have kids, I think the best way to honor your parents and honor, you know, the loved ones that you no longer have, I think the best way to honor them is if you have kids, to carry on that tradition, man. Make those special moments with the next generation, you know? If you have kids, if you have little one, even if you have like little nieces and little nephews or little cousins, carry on that tradition. Carry on that tradition of how they made you feel on those Christmas Eves, on those Christmas days, and carrying on that tradition of love and that how that holiday made you feel. I think the best way to honor them is to carry on that tradition and to show it to the next generation. I think that's the best way to honor them. So, but condolences to you and respect to you. Xander says, not saying I hate you though. Hold on. Xander says, you remind me of my 8th grade teacher. I hated him. Why you hate me for? Hold on. This nigga Xander. Xander says, you remind me of my 8th grade teacher. I hated him. But one thing I liked about him is his energy. And you match, if not go past his energy as far as you go with encouraging people. Yeah, man. Sometimes you have to be encouraging, man. It's nothing wrong with being positive and having positive energy. Yeah, man. It's good to encourage people. It's good to Xander says, I don't. Nah, I know what you mean, Xander. I know what you mean. You meant like in terms of his energy. I understand what you meant. But yeah, man, it's good to give positive affirmation. It's good to give positive energy. And yeah, man, it's good to do that, bro. It's good to do that. It's good to encourage people as well. Yeah, I got you, Xander. I understand what you meant. I understand what you meant, bro. It's all good. Matthew says, hey man, hey Matthew, what's good, man? Do you have anything that you want to talk about tonight? Is there anything on your mind? Can I help you with any type of relationship advice? Any advice getting over something? Maybe you need to talk about something. This is a show where men could come in and women as well. Women are welcome. Where whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever you need to get off your chest, whatever you want to talk about. My second dialogue thing is about Transformers. What would you do if you fell in love with a Transformer? Louise says, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, man. Does anybody need relationship advice? Anybody need relationship advice? Anybody want me to talk about the Travis Hunter situation? Yeah, does anybody need relationship advice? Abdur says, black men, we have to be healthy. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Black men, you have to take your health serious, man. Any black men in here had their prostate exam? I've had I'm only 35 and I've had a prostate exam already. Take your health serious, man. Get your prostate exams. Get in the gym, watch what you're eating. Make sure you go to the doctor at least 2 to 3 times a year. Take care of your body, take care of your teeth, go to the dentist. These things are important, And I think it's important not just for black men, but for all men. Men don't take their health serious enough. We live in a society where we feel that men are supposed to just take it and just swallow it up. No, men, you have to take care of yourself. Nobody's gonna take care of you, especially the more you get older. You have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of your body, your health. Take care of yourself. As you get older. Take care of yourself. So that's important for, all men, especially black men. Black men, take care of yourself, That's a fact. That's a fact. Abdur says FBA. Oh, what the hell? You giving you giving your height and your weight and all? Okay, FBA though. Okay, respect. FBA. I'm FBA too. Abraham says, what's up, big dog? Abraham, what's good, man? Today is Ask True and Living. Is there anything that I could help you with today? Do you have anything that you would like to talk about? Anything you'd like to get off your chest? Do you need relationship advice? Do you need mindset advice? Do you need anything you have to get off your chest? Let me know, man. This is a show where we talk to men and women. about whatever they want to talk about. Get some things off of your chest. Do y'all want to talk about the Travis Hunter situation? Because I think that this correlates with a lot of young men are going through with this generation. I would love to talk about the Travis Hunter situation if y'all want to, but I'm not going to press it on y'all. I want y'all to talk about what y'all want to talk about. Louise says, yeah, take care of yourselves. Yeah, man. You got to take care of yourselves, man. Have any of y'all had a prostate exam? I keep asking y'all. Nobody said yes. I don't know how old y'all are, but I'll let you know right now. If you're past 35, if you're past 30, actually, let me take that back. If you're past 40, let me say 40, because they really say in your 40s, that's when you should start getting your prostate exams. But if you're past your 40s, yeah, you should have had a prostate exam. I'm 35 and I've had a prostate exam. So if you're past 40, you get yourself a prostate exam, man. Get yourself a prostate exam. Abraham says, hold on. I turned 20 in prison a couple months ago, and my baby mom trying to leave me, not let me see your kids. Hold on. Let me read this thing because it got cut off on the thing. Hold on. Not let me see my kids, right? Okay. I turned 20 in prison a couple months ago, and my baby mama trying to leave me, not let me see my baby. What do I do? I'm gonna be honest with you, Abraham. This is gonna be tough because you got to understand something. First of all, we have to understand. When it comes to the court system, they always sway things towards the women. They sway things towards the women, whether it be custody, whether it be child support. The court is very, they're keen to take the woman's side. And if you've been in prison, I'm going to be honest, if you've been in prison for, I don't know how long you've been in prison, but if you've been in prison for, some time, I'm worried that you don't have the receipts. Do you have receipts that you've been taking care of this child? Because because let me just say this. All right, Abraham, if you have receipts that you can verify that you have been taking care of this child, you've been providing, you've been feeding it, you've been buying the child shoes, taking care of everything that this child needs, receipt-wise, if you have things receipt-wise, right? And you have a place to live, I don't see a reason why you can't take that evidence to take it to a court and get custody of your child. See, he says no. See, you say no. See, that's the thing. Because this is what I'm trying to get to you, because it's going to be hard for me to give you advice because you're in a bad predicament. You're getting out of jail. You just got out of jail. Your girl won't let you, your baby mom won't let you see your kid. You've been in jail for all this time. So you don't have the receipts to show the court and show the court that, yo, I've been taking care of this child. I deserve custody or I deserve visitation rights. It's going to be hard to give you kind of advice because you're kind of in a bad pickle. What I would do if I were you, try to work things out with the girl, right? Even if you got to, listen, if you gotta, put your tongue up her ass a few nights. If you gotta spin the block with her one night, try to blow her back out one night. Act like you're simping over her. Act like you can't live without her. I'm just keeping it a buck. You may not want to do that, but you have to think about the embedment of your kids. You got to think about the embedment. Do you want to see your kids? Do you want to be around for them? You may have to kiss some ass. Respectfully, you may have to kiss some ass because she does have you in a bad predicament. I'm just being honest with you. You're just getting out of prison. You're getting back on your feet. She's not allowing you to see your kids. You're in a bad predicament, bro. You may have to try to work things out with her. Be her friend. try to run things back. Maybe try to smash one more time. Make her feel it doesn't have to be real, but make her feel like you still have feelings for her and that you want to, work this thing out. But think about it. You're not doing it to be with her. You're doing it for your child, to be around for your child, right? Because I'm just going to be real with you. You're in a bad predicament, bro. If you take it to the court, they're not going to see things your way. You just got out of prison. You don't have any receipts that you've been taking care of this child. You're in a bad predicament. So if I were you, I'm giving you advice from my perspective. If I were you, I would hit her up, ask her, nicely. You got to be nice with these bitches. You got to be nice. You got to be, in your predicament, you got to be nice. Talk to her, and maybe try to charm her. Charm her, try to, charm off her feet, make her feel that you're simping over her, make her feel that, that you want to work things out and you want to have your family back. It doesn't have to be real, but it's the point is to make her feel that way just so you can see your kids. So that's what I would do in your predicament, Abraham. I'm just being honest with you because you're in a bad predicament. If you were a man that didn't go to prison and you had receipts that were showing that you've been taking care of this child, I would tell you, take those damn receipts and take it to the court and tell the court you want to see your damn kids. That's what I would tell you, because you have the receipts, you got your own place, you got your own job. What the court's going to tell you? I got my receipts. I want to see my child. I take care of my child. I got my damn receipts. I want to see my damn child. But if you don't have that, it's going to be hard for you. I'm just being honest with you. So that's what I would do. Try to work things out with her. Try to charm off her feet. And you're doing it to get back into your child's life. You're not doing it to be with her. You're doing it to get back in your child's life. Is there anything else that y'all want to talk about tonight? Johnny says that's bad advice. What if he is the problem? That's not. See, that's the thing. How is that bad advice if I'm telling him to hit up his ex or hit up his baby mama and just try to be her friend, try to talk? You got to work things out. You got to think. Women have all the leverage when it comes to relationship, when it comes to visitation rights, to being with your. They have all the leverage. They have all the leverage. And if he doesn't have receipts that is showing that he's taking care of this child, he really has no right. He has no right. And the courts are not going to see it his way. So I'm just telling him to do the sensible thing. The sensible thing is to hit up the girl, try to be her friend, try to charm her, to have the opportunity to see your child. That's wise advice. He has no power in the situation. See, the thing about whoever said that, you probably have never been in that situation. You probably don't have friends in that situation, so you don't know. You're just speaking as a person that have no knowledge. I have friends in this situation that have been through exactly what I'm talking about, and it's the same thing. I've seen it. So I'm just, it is what it is, Yeah, man, but hold on. Abraham says, you're right, bro. I did. I tried. I locked her. Hold on. Let me read it off my phone because it's getting cut off on my thing. Give me 1 second. Abraham says, you're right, bro. I did. I tried. I locked her love. I got her love for sure, but she so toxic and petty. She quick to do the petty ish. See, that's the stuff. That's what I'm saying, bro. This is my advice, Abraham. The goal is not to be with her. The goal is to make her feel that you want to be with her. That's the goal, to make her feel, and it's only under the guise to be around your children. Now, as you're doing this, you're not trying to be with her. You're just being kind. You're being around. You're helping her, and you're taking care of your children. And while you're around, and while she gives you the opportunity to be around your children, while you're being nice to her, you're building a rapport. You're collecting receipts. You're taking care of your children. So maybe after a year goes by, maybe a year and some change, You could take those receipts now, and then you just tell her, listen, I don't want to be with you or nothing like that. I just want to see my kids. And if she tries to act crazy with you, just tell her, yo, listen, I'm gonna take these receipts to the court. I'm gonna get visitation rights with my kid. Now, listen, we could go through the courts, or we cannot go through the courts. That's what I would do. So I'm just giving you what I would do in that situation. I don't have any kids, so I have friends that have kids, but I don't have any kids. So I'm just telling you what I would do in that situation. Because it is a tough situation to go through. Xander says, you read me a Bible verse before I go to sleep. Xander, you want me to read you a Bible verse before I go to sleep? Before you go to sleep, you want me to read you a Bible verse? You really want me to read you a Bible verse? And it's like, I just want to know, do you want me to read you a Bible verse right now? Louise says, let's talk about putting out exes in jail. Louise says, let's talk about putting our exes in jail. Well, listen, everybody's ex doesn't belong in jail. What did the ex do to you? What did the ex do to you? What did the ex do to you? I'll read you a verse before you go to. I'll read you a verse before you go to bed, Xander. Give me 1 second. I'm going to read you a verse, and this is a verse for any young man, and this is for something that any man that doesn't have any type of if you don't have any discipline as a young man, this is a verse for you. Let me make sure I get it. This is a verse for any young man who is struggling with any type of you don't have any discipline. If you're struggling with no discipline, if you're struggling with addiction in any way, if you're struggling with different things, this is a verse for you. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I have a verse just for that. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second, y'all. I just want to make sure I get it right. Here we go. This is Proverbs 25 and 28. You ready? Proverbs and 25. Crack open the good book. Proverbs 25 and 28. This is a good verse for any young man who is dealing with no discipline. If you don't have any discipline, if you're dealing with corn addiction, you're dealing with whether it's drugs, this is a good verse for you. Proverbs 25 and 28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down without walls. Now let me break that down to you. This is from Proverbs. This was from Proverbs. I just want to break that down. Proverbs 25 and 28. He that hath no let me read that one more time. I don't want to butcher the verse. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. Now, that verse is talking about, discipline. It's talking about if you don't have, strength over your own spirit, over your own the things that you do, the things that you partake in. If you don't have the discipline, you're like a city without walls. Now, what is a city without walls? It can be easily infiltrated. It could be easily taken down. It could be easily invaded. It's a city that is not protected. It's a city that's not secure. So if you don't have any a rulership over your spirit, that's essentially what you are. You're someone that doesn't have any security over the things that you do, any security over what you partake in, what you're down with. So it's important to have discipline. It's important to have strength. It's important to have rulership over your spirit, over the things that you do, and over the decisions that you make, right? So I want to leave that with you, Xander. That's a great verse, and it's about discipline. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I see a couple of y'all in here with some verses. Okay, salute to y'all. Yeah, but is there anybody that has any relationship problems that y'all want to talk about? Any other relationship problems? Relationships. Good night, Xander. Is there anybody want to talk about any relationship problems? Anything weighing heavy on you guys is whatever y'all want to talk about tonight. Whatever y'all want to talk about tonight. What do y'all want to talk about? Do y'all want to talk about the Travis Hunter situation? We could talk about it. Whatever y'all want to talk about. Do y'all want to talk about the Travis Hunter situation? I think the Travis Hunter situation is something for young men to learn about. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's very important for young men to look at that Travis Hunter situation. It's a cautionary tale for young men for the Travis Hunter situation. If you're a young man with goals, if you're a young man with promise, if you're a young man with ambition in life, if you're a young man that has a lot going on in your life, the Travis Hunter story is a cautionary tale for you. It's a cautionary tale. Because I see a lot of you young men, you're simps. You're controlled. You're controlled by corn. You're controlled by young women. Sex rules you guys' lives. And, like that verse talks about, a lot of y'all don't have any discipline. And, all it's going to take is one woman, one young girl to come into your life. She's young and dumb. She doesn't even know what she's doing with herself at the moment in time. But it's going to take one bad woman that come into your life, and she's going to ruin everything for you. She's going to ruin your brand. She's going to ruin your deals. And I don't want to judge them too much because they are young. And I've been young before. So I understand where they're coming from. And I understand, being in love at that age. But the Travis Hunter is a cautionary tale for a lot of young men. It really is. Abraham says, how do I fix the relationship with my girl's parents? Well, let me ask you this, Abraham. How did the relationship go bad with her parents? Not with her. How did it go bad with her parents? Because sometimes family members, even though that, they are the family of your girl, sometimes they may understand, especially like the men in the family, they may understand where you're coming from, as a man, right? Maybe not the mother, but the man, the father may understand where you're coming from. So how did things go wrong? I mean, let's be honest, Abraham. Did you put hands on her? Did you cheat on her? Did you disrespect the family in some way? How did things go wrong with the family? Break that down, because sometimes, maybe it's a little bit more deeper than what you're saying. How did things go wrong with the family? Did you put hands on her? Because you put hands on her, I mean, fixing it with the family, that's not going to be easy. Did you cheat on her? If you cheated on her, maybe the man may understand, maybe the father may understand, and maybe not agree with you, but understand as a man, what you did. It could be a lot of different, reasons why they turned on you, or you have to break it down how things went bad with the family to me. Hold on, let me read what you said. Give me 1 second. Abraham says her parents would drink on parties or house and start tripping and talk ish. And when I say something like, yo, check your girl, the dad wanna fade, and we done almost faded. And one time he pulled out his burner and me into, oh man, if the father pulled out the burn on you, they sound like drunk degenerates. if her family and her father and that side of her family, if they're drunk degenerates, it ain't nothing you can do to fix it. Niggas gonna be ignorant. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. It's not much you can fix. Unless you finna go over there with a gallon of Henny. Unless you finna go over there with a gallon of Henny and and some Popeye's chicken, I don't see how you plan on fixing it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, if how you're describing her family as drinking and partying and they tripped on you because you said something to the daughter and the father pulled out a burner. I mean, they sound like drunk degenerates to me. If they're drunk degenerates, then I don't expect for you to fix things with them. It's going to take, some time and some healing, to be honest with you. Like I said, maybe you should go over there with a gallon of Henny. Abraham says, and I got into it with my girl's sister, and that's when they started talking ish, the parents, because they seen I wasn't cool with one of their daughters. Okay, so if that's the case, I'm going to be honest with you, Abraham. See, when you have more than one family member on your girl's side not liking you, and then your baby mama doesn't like you, it's going to be hard for you to fix this, bro. It's going to be hard because you have the whole family against you. So it's not going to be easy, bro. It's not going to be easy. My fault. That's my phone. Essentially, you have to understand that, because from what you're telling me, because think about it, you're on bad terms with your baby mama. Because you're saying your baby mama won't give you the opportunity to see your kids when you want to. You said that you and her sister are not on good terms, and now you're telling me the parents are not good. I mean, you're essentially getting into it with her whole family. If that's the case, then you may have to apologize. Maybe you should apologize. Go up to her sister and say, listen, I'm sorry. I want to apologize for this, that, and the third. It's Christmas season. Maybe give her a little gift, maybe a little bottle of perfume, something that smells good. Maybe a gift card to her sister. Maybe you call up her father, tell her father, listen, I want to apologize. Go meet up there. Nice little, it sounds like he drinks. Maybe go over there with a bottle of Hennessy, and they just want to give you this as a token of respect. Salute to you. You are the grandfather of my child. Maybe you need to do that. Maybe you need to take a more diplomatic approach. Respect is not given, it's earned. Respect is not given, it's earned. So maybe you should, try a more diplomatic approach. Maybe apologize, go up to her sister, apologize. Maybe at Christmas season, give her a little gift card, maybe reach out to the father, maybe give a token of your respect, take a more diplomatic approach. That would be my advice, Yeah, man. Abraham says, how should I approach the apologetic response to them? I think you should reach out to them individually. You can't do it all together. Reach out individually. Reach out to the sister. I think you should do the parents first. The parents should be first, because the parents are the foundation of learning. The sister is ancillary. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. You may reach out to the sister. The sister may not. Especially if it's a younger sister, she may not respect the sincerity or the diplomatic approach. But the parents are, older, a little bit more mature. They may respect the gesture. So if I were you, I would reach out to the parents first. And just tell them, listen, I just want to apologize. Tell them that you want to apologize. Come in there with sincerity and respect and say, I just want to apologize. And, for any disrespect that I may have shown in the past, to the family and to you. And, give a little gift, maybe give a little, whatever the gift may be to the father or to the mother. And, show them that you are a respectful individual. And take that approach with the parents first. I think that's important. Yeah. So if I were you, do it with the parents first, and maybe reach out to the sister and apologize there as well. And then that at least have the family looking at you as a more respectable. Maybe he's changing. Maybe he's turning a new leaf, and maybe that will give the family more an incentive to look at things your way, and maybe try to talk to your baby mama and say, yo, let the young man see his kid, especially with the parents. If the parents are really mature and they're good upstanding people, they'll see it your way. They'll say, you know what, let the young man see his kid. I think that's a respectful approach. Family of God, salute the family of God. Family of God. Well, there is no topic. I'm giving advice to young men. Whatever's on your heart tonight, whatever you want to talk about. I want to talk about relationship advice mostly, but whatever's on your heart, whatever advice that I could give young men today, I'm here to give young men advice today. My secondary topic, but that's the first topic, is whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever's on your hearts and minds. But the second topic is, if you let me lay it out real. Let me lay it out well. If you're a girl, right? If you met a girl, right? Now, this is more in correlation to the younger generation, because where we're headed in society with the LGBTQ community. So I'm asking young men, if your girl was born a man, if you've been dating a girl for 6 months, you've had relations, you've had intimate conversations, you're low-key in love with this individual, and they tell you, they confide in you and say, I was born a man. What would you do? Would you leave? Would you fight them? Would you stay? Would you get on top of a roof and, grab the burner? I'm just asking the question. What would you do? Would you stay? Would you leave? Would you go? Would you fight them? Would you respect the jukes? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Really? Noble says 99% says yes. No, 84% said yes. Yeah. What would y'all do? I want to know. What would y'all do? Would you respect the jokes? So listen, sometimes you gotta respect the jokes. Listen, you got caught slipping in the club. You thought the transformer looked sexy. Respect the jokes. Listen, you got me. Listen, it's been a great 6 months, but I gotta go now. Maybe you respect the jokes. Maybe you respect the jokes and you just say, you know what? I took an L. Let me take my L and go about my business. I'm just asking a question, because I do believe, in the future, this is something that young men are gonna have to worry about more and more and more. They're gonna have to worry about this more and more and more, and these younger men. It's gonna get to a point, in my opinion, it's gonna get to a point where, because we would ask like a man of my age, I would ask, oh, let me see your baby pictures. Let me see pictures when you were younger, just to make sure, right? It's gonna get to a point where you younger men, you can't even ask for the baby pictures, because they've been so indoctrinated and they've been so gender neutral their whole lives, that looking at a baby picture, that's not going to tell you nothing. Looking at a baby picture ain't going to tell you nothing. Because a man of my age, I would ask a girl, let me see a baby picture. And I could say, okay, she was born in like around this era. Okay, I see how she came up. Okay, yeah, she was born a girl. Because I know it wasn't like this in the 90s. It wasn't like this in the 90s. Even in the early 2000s, it wasn't like this. But as we go further into the future, you got these, Gen Zers, you got these, these liberal parents. It's going to get more and more confusing and convoluted. So I'm just asking this question for future generations. You know? Yeah. Hold on, go back up. Let me go back up. Hold on, because I missed what Family God was saying, and Melissa. Salute to Melissa. Salute to Melissa. Family of God says, give me 1 second, y'all, because I've been missing some of that stuff. Family of God says, give me 1 second, y'all, because I kind of missed a question. Family of God says, let me ask you, should men who are single or even divorced qualify to give relationship advice? Are you referring that to me? I'm just asking. Is that a dig at me? I'm curious. Is that a dig at me or is it not? Maybe it's not. But if you want to know, anybody that has experience, Family of God, has the right to give advice. You know, a lot of times in life, people shoot the messenger. I think people have to realize that the messenger is never important. Even the Bible says many are called, but few are chosen, right? So, you know, the messenger may not be the person you like, you love. You may feel that they're beneath you, they're uneducated. But the message should always be more important. Take the message. Forget about the messenger. Take the message. And that's what, you know, that's what Christianity is infected with today. Because you're so enamored with the preacher, with the Rolls Royce outside, with the 100 gold chains and the fancy suit. You're so enamored with that when it's just somebody on a YouTube channel just talking to you man to man, you think that they're beneath you. Because you value the messenger. You don't value the message. You value the messenger. So remember in life, forget about the messenger. Take the message. Forget about the messenger. Take the message. Take the message. Forget about the messenger, who they are, you know, because a lot of times the messenger is 100% right. You may not like them. You may not feel that they're educated enough. You may feel that they don't have the experience. You may feel that they're a sinful, evil individual. You may feel all of these things about the messenger. But the messenger is not important. It's the message that's important. You know? The message is always more important than the messenger. Always. The message will always be more important than the messenger. Remember that. Salute to Angela. I see Angela's in the building. Who else we got in here? Salute to Melissa. Yeah, you know, listen to all Melissa, I agree with you. Listen to all opinions and viewpoints. Yeah, you know, there's nothing wrong with listening to all opinions and viewpoints, you know. Whatever you take out of it, whatever you can use and implement to your life, I mean, that's what it is, you know. Yeah, you know, yeah, man, you know, the messenger is never important. It's always the message that's important. Mr. Who says televangelists are overrated. You know, listen, you know, televangelists are they preach what is called prosperity gospel. That's the name of it. It's called prosperity gospel. Anybody ever looked up the prosperity gospel? It's what, you know, your Kenneth Copeland's, your Kenneth Copelands, your Creflo Dollars, your TD Jakes, they preach they preach, prosperity gospel because you know, it makes people feel good. It makes people feel that they have hope. It makes people feel that, oh, economically things will change or these things will change. It makes people feel good, but is it Bible based? No, it's not Bible based. It's not Bible based. So that's what televangelists do. They're charlatans. They preach prosperity gospel. They're not teaching people about the Bible and reality. They're not teaching people about, they're not Bible based real. You got to think, all of these churches are taking tithes. Why are you taking tithes? Think about it. Think about it. If the Christian church, hear me out on this, right? Because we're gonna go in a little bit on the Christian church, right? If the Christian church is telling people that the Old Testament is done away with, right? The Old Testament is done away with. The old way, the Old Testament. We live by the New Testament. The New Testament. We were done away with the old laws, right? If that's what Christians want us to believe, why are you taking tithes? Why are you taking tithes from the church? Why are you taking a 10% from your members? The tithes is in the Old Testament. And the tithes were a 10% that were supposed to be given to the Levitical priests. Why were a 10% supposed to be given to the Levites, priests, as a 10%? Because the Levitical priests didn't have any inheritance. And a 10th wasn't a 10% of your paycheck. It wasn't a 10% of your earnings. It was a 10% of your livestock, a 10% of your harvest, a 10% of your vegetables. That's what it was. It wasn't your money. It wasn't your paycheck. But what did the Christian church? They took that Old Testament verse and tithes and giving your offering, and they took it because they were money hungry, and they implemented into their sermons, and they made people give a 10% of their earnings. So, a lot of these Christian churches, they're greedy. They're greedy. They're greedy. Absolutely greedy. Ken says, hold on. Ken says, yo, bro, what did you answer on your poll? I did not answer on my poll. I don't have an answer on my poll. I did not answer on my poll. I did not answer. You're not allowed to answer on your poll. When you make the poll on your YouTube channel, you're not allowed to answer on your poll. They don't allow me to do it. I would have to go to another YouTube account to answer anything. Mr. Who says agreed. Nowhere in the New Testament does it mandate us to tithe. Exactly. But you got all these Christian churches telling people to give tithes. Why are we giving our tithes for? Why are we giving a 10% of our earnings? Why? Why? Somebody says not answering sounds leftist. No, well, all right. You want me to answer if I was in that predicament? I'll answer if I was in that predicament, right? In that predicament, I'm going to be honest with you. If that were to happen to me hypothetically, right? I would first of all be disgusted. I would be very disgusted. That's first and foremost. I would be very disgusted. But what are you gonna do? Are you gonna inflict harm on this person? Are you gonna off this person? You may want to for tricking you. And listen, I wouldn't be opposed to somebody doing that. But I would just say, just take your L and move on, bro. Maybe you can call the police on that person for tricking you. I don't really do hypotheticals. I'm asking the audience to do a hypothetical. Me personally, I would be disgusted. I would feel violated. And I would probably call the police on them. Maybe probably call the police. But I don't think I would inflict any harm on them, because I mean, you're gonna, those people are a protected class. to harm them, I mean, I don't think you could do that. But yeah, I'd probably call the police. Probably call the police for being scammed. Probably call the police from being taken advantage of. Yeah, maybe I'll call the police. I don't know. I wouldn't put myself in that predicament in the first place, The thing about me, like when I'm talking to women, these are things I look for. I look for Adam's apples. I look for strong facial features. See, some men don't look for these things. I look for these things. When I'm talking to a girl, I want to, like, these are things. See, this is what a lot of young men don't do when they talk to young women, right? When I'm talking to a girl and I'm getting to know, let's say I'm at a party, right? Let's say I'm at a party. Let's say I'm outside at a party. When I'm talking to a young woman, I want to hold her hand. I want to feel her hand. I want to feel how soft her hands feel. I want to feel how feminine her hands feel. These are things that they think I'm just being like, charming or kind. No, I'm like testing you out. I'm trying to feel you out in every single way. Let me hold your hand. Let me see how your hands feel. Let me see how do your hands feel real dry, that they got callus on it, or do you got soft, fine, feminine hands? And as I'm holding her hand and I'm caressing her hand, I'm looking at her eyes. I'm looking at her lips. I'm looking at her Adam's apple. I'm looking at her facial features. I'm looking down at her feet. I look up women up and down, up and down, up and down. And for me, I mean, it would be really hard to get me, because I'm not thirsty to jump in bed. I'm not thirsty to jump your bones. I want to get to know you. I want to know who you are. Who am I talking to here? What is your past life with? A lot of y'all are really thirsty to jump in bed with a woman. You're thirsty. Get to know her. Get to know who she is. What's her background? What's she like? How about this? A lot of you young men won't do this. Spend the night at her house, have her cook you dinner, and don't sleep with her. Do you have the discipline to do that? A lot of you young men don't have the discipline to do that. Go to her house, spend the night with her, sleep in her bed, have her cook you dinner, but don't sleep with her. Do you have the discipline to do that? Do you have the patience? A lot of y'all so thirsty to have relations with these women. Test them out. Learn about them. Spy on them. Get to know them more deeper and intimately. You may find out more than you need to know, and this will tell you what you need to know. Within 6 months, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd find out within a day. I don't need 6 months to find out if you're a man. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I don't think it would happen to me, because it would take me a day to find out if you're a man. It wouldn't take me 6 months. It wouldn't take me 6 months. I'm gonna tell you that. It would not take me 6 months. Cause I'm gonna tell you exactly what I would do. I'm gonna spend the night at your house. I'm not gonna have relations with you. I'm gonna spy on you. I'm gonna spy on you. Mostly every girl that I date, I spy on them. I do investigative information on them. I look into their background. I look into who they know. They don't know this, but as I'm talking to them, I look into their background. Some of you young men don't do that. You're fine with just talking to the girl. You don't care who this girl is. A lot of y'all young men, you got to be a little bit more smart. You don't know who you're talking to here. This woman could be a scammer. This woman could be a criminal. This woman could be anybody. You don't know who this woman is. You met this woman one night at a party. Are you willing to look into her background? Are you willing to do some research on her? Are you willing to look into her criminal past? Some of you men have never done this because you this is not what you're thinking about. You're just thinking about sticking your piece somewhere. And that's where you fail at, because all you're thinking about is sticking your piece somewhere. I want to know who I'm talking to. I want to know exactly who I'm talking to. See, for you, somebody says that sounds predatory. Somebody see this is somebody who's stupid and uneducated, bro. See, you're a Vic. Let me explain why you're a Vic. Let me explain why you're a Vic, bro. We live in an age and an era where people are getting scammed. People are getting taken advantage of. I could pull up news story after news story after news story of young men getting backdoored, young men getting scammed, taken advantage of. There's nothing predatory with looking into who you're dating, who you're talking to. If you're going to allow this person into your life, bring them around you, bring them to your home, bring them into your inner sanctums. Have relations with them, but you're not going to look into who this person is? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Fire, 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 fire! You're an idiot, sir. So you mean to tell me you would let a woman into your house, have relations with you, be around all of your documents, your bank statements, your social security cards, your passports, all of the things you own, your cars, your assets. You allow this woman around all of these things, and you would not look into any of the background of this woman. You, sir, are an idiot. Fire, 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 fire. Maybe because you have nothing of value. Maybe because you have nothing to be, you have no assets to be taken from you. But people who have, I tell you this, any businessman, any man of great value, any man with anything to lose is doing the research. No, we're not changing the poll. Angela says facts. Yeah, that's a fact. Do your research. Stop being so thirsty. A lot of you young men, stop being so thirsty to hop in bed with the girl. Stop being so thirsty. Learn who this woman is. Find out who she is. Do a background check on her. You could be talking to a scammer. You could be talking to a criminal. This woman could be possibly trying to backdoor you. But you're so thirsty. You're so thirsty to put your tool in her hot box. Do some damn research. Do some damn research, man. You would be the one who would be the Vic. You would be the one who would be the Vic. Somebody says, but we all lose in the end. No, we don't all lose in the end. We all don't have to lose in the end, We all don't have to, lose in the end. We don't have to, but you have to protect yourself, Now he says, I don't plan on having kids. Going on dates aren't of my concern. No, bro. What I'm trying to say is, if you don't do background checks on the people that you are allowing in your life, whether you're dating them, whether you're around them and stuff like that, then you are a fool, bro. You're not protecting yourself. You're gonna allow a woman into your home, into your house, have relations with her, and you're not gonna look into her past. You're not gonna look into who this woman is. This woman could be a criminal. She could be a serial killer for all you know. But you're so thirsty to put your tool in her hot box. Then when something goes wrong, you're like, oh man, I should have looked into this. Should have did more research. All I had to do was look up her profile on Facebook, and I would have found out that she's a scammer. But I was so thirsty to put my tool in her hotbox. I totally neglected that. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Don't be a Vic out here, man. Don't be a Vic. Yeah, man. You know, it's nothing unless and listen. Melissa, salute to Melissa. Melissa says the host. Oh, I didn't mean to put that up. The host concerns are valid. That's a fact. And Melissa, I would tell any young woman to do the same. Any young woman, do the same. If you're a prominent woman, you have a good paying job. You got your own house. You got your own apartment. You got things going for yourself. You got stocks. You got a brand new car. You got assets. You got things. You got a 401k. You're set up in life. You got a career. You're doing things in your life, and then you meet some dude off of a dating website. Do your research. Do your research. You got a lot to lose, girl. Do your research. Do your research on that nigga. You know, I would tell women to do the same. I would tell women to do the same. You know, it's a fact. Salute to Noah. He says sub. Thank you for the sub, Noah. Thank you for the sub, bro. Ken says, do you ask all of your girlfriends to sign a release form? No. See, that's the thing. When I'm talking to them, I'm getting to know them, but I'm doing a background check. I don't tell them that I'm looking into them. I don't tell them. This is public information. I'm looking into your criminal background. I'm looking into your social media. I'm looking into your social medias. I'm looking into who you are. Who am I talking to here? Is this a criminal? Is this a scam? They don't have to sign anything. This is all public information. If a woman has a criminal background, it's public information. If a woman has been a scammer on Instagram and she's been doing money flips and things of that nature, it's on Instagram. I'm gonna look it up. If it's on your Facebook and you've been thotting and bopping and whatever, I'm looking onto your Facebook. It's all public information. I'm not getting any information from anywhere else. It's public information. You put it out there. Your criminal records are out there. Your Facebook and Instagram, they're out there. It's public information. But see, y'all would look at it as, oh, you stalking, or it's predatory. How? It's public information. I want to know who this person is. I want to know who I'm talking to. I could be talking to a serial killer. I could be talking to a criminal, a scammer, a backdoorer. You know, maybe some of you have nothing to lose, but I have something to lose. I want to know who I'm talking to. I want to be sure. I want to be positive who I'm talking to. You know? And like I said, I would give women the same advice. Women need to do. Women have a lot to lose. There's a lot of good women out there, good paying jobs, careers. Got a brand new car. Some women have their own houses. Houses, not house. Houses. Real estate property. They got a lot to lose from a bum ass nigga coming into their lives trying to scam them. Some Nigerian scammer trying to give you 13 inches of wood and scam you for all your money in your bank account. You got a lot to lose, girl. Do that background check. Look into that nigga. Who that nigga is. Who he been scamming, taking advantage of. What that criminal record look like. Do your background check, girl. Do your background check. Yeah, man. Do your background check, girl. Do your background check. You know, I would, if I had daughters, I would tell them to do that. Yeah, man. If I had daughters, I would tell them to do that. You know? Angela says, if I'm really interested in you, I will pay up to $100 for a professional background check. That's a fact, Angela. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You're protecting yourself. You're protecting yourself. You're protecting your interests. You know? You're just inquiring on who this person is. And listen, if everything comes back good, what is there to worry about? And see, that's what it is. Are the people questioning someone doing that? Do they have something to hide? Because if you have nothing to hide, what are you worried about? Right? If you have nothing to hide, what are you worried about? If you've never scammed anybody, you don't have a criminal record, you ain't been doing nothing crazy or scandalous online, what do you have to hide? I'm not hiding. I'm not scared of nothing. If I'm dating a young woman and she told me, hey, I'm gonna look into your background, I want to know who I'm talking to, I would say, go right ahead. Go ahead. You ain't gonna find nothing. I ain't got no criminal record. I never been arrested. Never scammed anybody. Don't got nothing scandalous online. Go ahead, do your research. I don't got nothing to hide. See, but the people that are questioning and saying, oh, you're doing this, or you're doing that, do you have something to hide? Maybe you have something to hide. Yeah, maybe you have something. Maybe some of y'all have something to hide, you know? Hey, man, you know? I disagree. You attract what you are, but opposites also attract. Opposites attract. You got to remember that. Opposites attract as well. You know, you attract what you are, but opposites attract as well. You know? So it really depends, you know? Opposites attract as well. You know? That's why you get the good girl that, you know, ends up with the bad boy. You know? The simp that, you know, ends up with the party girl. Opposites attract as well. You know? So not necessarily, you know? Homie says, I don't know. I don't really feel the need to do research anyways. I always enter a relationship with a prenuptial agreement due to the amount of potential loss I could incur. Bro, you have to protect yourself. There's nothing wrong with looking into who a person is. You're just looking in. It ain't like you're getting some type of new information. This is information that's out there. It's information that's out there. If it's information that's out there, it's not any new information. You know? He says, I will go on a few dates and bring it up on a date. She don't like it, I'm outie. Hey, man, you know, whatever floats your boat. But, you know, I'm telling men that they should look into the people that they date. Look into the people that you date. You know, you may be able to figure out who this woman is if you look into who she dates, and what she does and what she's about. You know, I think that's important. Let me see what y'all talking about in terms of the poll, because I haven't talked about the poll in a while. Let me see the poll. With 79 votes, if your girl was born a male, would you leave? 85% say yes. And 15% say no. I want to talk to the people that say no. I want to speak to you guys. The people that say no, I want to speak to you guys. I want to speak to you guys. to this. People that say no, I want to speak to you guys. Angela says, I stopped believing in the fairy tale 20 years ago. Checking people out, asking people they know about them can save you a world of trouble. That's a fact, you know? That's a fact, Angela. You can't believe people on face value. You know, you can't believe people on face value. A dude, you know, if you're a woman and if you're a woman and you're talking to some dude and he's telling you, "Yo, I got 20 mansions, 5 Rolls Royces." He could be capping. He's lying to you about all of this stuff. He could be in all reality a Nigerian scammer. Do you bring him into your life? You know, he take a couple debit cards out of your pocketbook. He's sending money back to Nigeria. You know, you gotta protect yourself. You know, you gotta protect yourself. You know, if I had daughters, I would tell them the same. Protect yourself. You know, I want to know, find out who these dudes are you're dating. You know, look into their background. Look into their social media. You know, are they acting up online? You know, are they scammers? You know, who are these young men? Who are these young men that that is around you? You know, do your research. Nothing wrong with doing research. You know, one time, I ain't gonna lie. One time I told the girl, like, yo, yeah, I looked into your background. And she hit me with that as well. She hit me with that. Oh, I didn't even know. Like, she made it seem like I was like, oh, like you're like real invasive into my thing. And I was just like, okay, you mad that I looked into who you are? Like, when I told her, she made it seem like I was like crazy for like looking into that. But I'm just like thinking to myself, bitch, all of your information is online. Like literally, all of the if you were afraid of me finding something, it's literally online. Like, I could literally go into Facebook, type in your name, and it's literally there. You don't have a private account. It's literally all there. Like, what do you think I'm intrusive on? Like, what am I being intrusive for? It's not like I have some type of CIA, FBI passcode where I could look into some type of private information. I can look into your health information. Like, bitch, this is all public information. What's on your Facebook? What's on your Instagram? Your criminal background. It's all public information. This is not stuff that is new. I just typed in your name and saw some stuff. So yeah, one time I told a girl that, and she tried to make it seem like, oh, like she didn't really, you know, in essence, she didn't really care, but she tried to say, oh, you kind of intrusive, yada yada yada. I was just like, yeah, I just want to know who you are. Who am I talking to? You know? Xander's back. He couldn't sleep. I just read this nigga a Bible verse for him to go to sleep. He come back, told me I can't sleep. Nigga, go take your ass downstairs and go warm up some milk. Go warm up some milk, Xander. I just read this nigga a Bible verse. He gonna tell me I can't sleep. Nigga, go warm up some 2% milk. Have any of y'all ever tried to like count sheep? He says sorry. Have any like when you were younger, because you know that your mom used to tell you count sheep when you go to sleep? You ever tried that? I tried that a couple times. Like, this shit don't work. Like, I get to like 30 or 45. Like, this shit don't work. Counting sheep. Like, I would actually visualize it in my head, like sheep just jumping over a fence. 1, 2, 3. And I get to like 35 and I'll be like, man, this shit don't work. It's all good, Xander. It's all good, man. It's good to have you back. It's good to have you back. Happy holidays, man. Angela says, you have to think about You have to think about you have to think outside of genitalia and romantic fantasies. That's a fact. I'm gonna be honest with you. If a lot of you young men would, you know, do the background research on the woman, it'll probably turn you off. It'll probably make you feel, you know what? Maybe I'm not into this girl as much as I thought. Because you may see things. You may see things that you don't like. You may see things that turn you off. You may find out things that you didn't want to know. And I think a lot of it, why a big reason why a lot of y'all don't want to do the research is because you're afraid to find things that you don't want to see. You're afraid. Angela hit it on the head. I think that a lot of people, the reason why they don't want to look is because they're afraid of finding something that they don't want to see. The problem with me, I want to see everything. I want to see it all. The problem with me, I want to see it all. You know? The problem with me, I want to see it all, you know? Two Tie says, yes, I tried counting sheep and I would get bored of it. Like, nah, this ain't it. Yeah, it doesn't work. The whole counting sheep thing doesn't work. Doesn't work. I've tried it a few times. Doesn't work. Xander talking about, what do you say? I would start thinking, bash my head. You talking about you bash your head. You bash your head. Yeah, man. But it's real though. It's real. I would start thinking I had to bash my head into the wall to sleep. No, don't do that, bro. You can give yourself brain damage doing that. Give yourself brain damage doing that, man. Let me end this one because I could tell y'all don't really want to talk about that topic, but I think that topic is important. I'm gonna end that topic on the Transformers because I see y'all don't really want to talk about that, so it's fine. We'll do a different topic. We'll do a different topic. This is we got a lot of men in here, so I want to ask a question. Let me see if I could add something here. Give me 1 second. Oh, I can't add nothing. Damn. Yeah, they won't let me add. I wanted to add more options on this poll that I was about to make. Yeah, I can't add anything. All right, that's cool. Let me see. Let me see what next poll I want to make. Let me see. I'm trying to think of another. What time is it? Let me keep track of time. It was 2:39. People we got in here. Let me see. We got about 16 people up in the building. Okay. Oh, we got about 19. Yeah, let me see. Let me think about this. What poll I want to make next? Who cheats more? How about that? Who cheats more? Men or women? Let me know in the chat. Who cheats more? Because I see a lot of y'all. Y'all don't like the y'all don't like the Transformer topic. So somebody says they're non-binary. Are you really? Are you non-binary? You're non-binary, but what were you born as? Were you born a man? Were you born a woman? What were you born as? Melissa says women, I hear, but I think it's men. Really? You think it's men? Melissa, you're wrong. Women cheat more. First of all, women have more opportunities to cheat than men. Women have more opportunities to cheat. You know? Men don't get thrown, cat every day. They don't get thrown pussy every single day of their life, every second of the day. Listen, women get thrown D damn near every damn day, every damn second, depending on the girl. They damn near every damn day. Even if a woman isn't getting thrown D every day, I don't know a lot of men that aren't going to turn down some head. So if you're looking at it like that, if women are getting offered D every day, and there's not a lot of men that's going to turn down some head, women have more opportunities to cheat. I don't know a lot of men that are getting offered head all the time and getting all these opportunities to cheat. It's women that's getting all these opportunities. So, just by the sheer metrics, I would say women cheat more. Just by the sheer metrics of the opportunity to cheat, it's going to be women. And you have to, I think when women look at cheating, they look at it very minuscule. They look at it very small. They think like, oh, just sex, or they look at it just as sex and things of that nature. But you got to remember, cheating is indicative of your partner. Cheating could be a lot of different things. Cheating could be you spending more time with someone. Cheating could be you having relations with someone. Cheating could be a lot of different things. Then you got the blue collar women with the work hubbies at the workplace, egging them on their relationships. Yeah, girl, you need to leave him. You need to leave him, girl. He ain't no good. Oh, he don't treat you right. Oh, that's crazy, girl. He ain't treating you right, girl. That nigga ain't treating you right. Yo, that's crazy. Cause if I had a girl like you, man, I'd treat her right, yo. I know I'm your work hubby and everything. I know I'm your work hubby. You don't look at me like that. I understand, girl. I understand. But if I was your man, I'd treat you right. Just want to let you know. Man, the work hubby, man. The work hubby. Women, the gym trainer, the work hubby. It's like, listen, man. I think that women cheat more than men. Women cheat more than men. Women cheat more than men. Melissa says those women are weak. Yeah, man, but it's real though. It's real. Look at the Travis Hunter situation. This man is potentially worth millions of dollars. He's worth millions of dollars, Melissa. He's potentially worth millions. He's sitting in a car waiting for his girlfriend while she's in a club getting twerked on. She's twerking on all these random dudes. Some of these dudes work at McDonald's. They work at Red Lobster. She's backing that ass up on these dudes. She got a whole boyfriend outside, waiting outside in his car. He's potentially going to make millions, but she's backing her ass up on dudes that work at McDonald's. This is what women are doing. So, it sounds hot, but I feel like women cheat more. And women are way more scandalous with their cheating, in my opinion. Monzy Williams says, if a man is cheating, then so is that lady. I disagree, because you have men that are cheating that have good women. Just like you have women that are cheating that have good men. So I don't necessarily believe in that. Because you got good women out there that are with a good you got good women out there that are with a cheating man. So and vice versa. Jessica says you got some serious issues with us. Jessica, I don't have serious issues with women. the problem with me is I know the nature of women. I know the nature of women. That's really my problem. I know the nature of women. I know how you guys act. I know how you guys think. I've seen the best of you and I've seen the worst of you. Maybe that's my problem, Jessica. I've seen too much. I've seen too much. That's really the problem. I've seen too much. I think that's probably my real problem. I've seen too much. I've seen the best of you and I've seen the worst of you. You know? I always tell people this. It's gonna sound messed up, but I always tell people this. I tell all of my friends this. If you wanna know the nature of a woman, if you wanna know the real nature of a woman, watch the movie Misery. I tell all of my friends this. If you want to know the nature, the pure, unadulterated nature of a woman, watch the movie Misery. I love that movie. I love that movie. But if you want to know, the true nature of women, watch the movie Misery. It'll teach you so much about women. It'll teach you so much. But yeah, I think that's what it is with me, Jessica. I think I've seen too much. I've seen a lot. I've seen the best. I've seen the best of women. And Jessica, that's another thing. I've never been on my platform saying that all women are bad. There's some really good women out there. There really are. There are some really good women out there. I in no means want to say that all women are bad or to generalize all women. There are some really good quality women out there that are really good, that are really really good women. I mean, I can't hate on them. There are some really good women out there. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Every woman, respectfully, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with this. Every woman has the bitch gene. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's in their nature. It's respectable because men have things in their nature, right? Men have testosterone. We're aggy. We're looking niggas up and down. We might have to chin check a nigga. Confrontational. So it's in a woman's nature to be a bitch, and it's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's in your I think it's in a woman's nature to be like that. And I don't think that just because a woman has that in her nature, that means that defines her. Because just because a woman has a bitch gene or she has the quality of being a bitch sometimes, that doesn't define her. That doesn't define her, in my opinion. So, even though I say what I say about women, there are some really good women out there, They really are. They really are. Yeah, yeah, women are, men are ready to fight. That is a fact. Ada says, I'm single for this reason. Why? What reason? Because women are bitches? What? For what reason? For what reason? For what reason? For what reason? Oh, not worth the money. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, it is what it is, But remember, like, I just want to say this, just because women have that in their nature, because I have to clarify. I'm not trying to generalize all women as that. I said that all women have it in their nature. It does not define them, though. It just because a woman has it in her nature to be a bitch doesn't mean that defines her. That doesn't define her. All that means is she has it in her nature to be like that. Doesn't define her though. I don't believe that that defines a lot of women. It just they have it in their nature to be like that. So I just want to clarify that. That doesn't sum up all women. All women are not bitches. That's not a fact whatsoever. And just again, there's a lot of great quality women out there. Just to put that in perspective, I don't like to generalize women or anybody. I don't like to generalize. Angela says, I have never acted like a bitch or a nag. You guys seem to choose the worst women in a bunch. Angela, come on, Angela. Angela, all right. You wouldn't agree that women have it in their nature. It's not about you necessarily acting like a bitch. I'm saying that women have it in their nature to act like that. I'm not saying that every woman has like this psychotic episode where they act like a bitch. I'm saying that they have it in their nature to go through these episodes where they act like that, right? I'm not saying that every woman, and remember, I'm not saying that this defines who that woman is. Just because a woman is having a bad day, or let's say she's going through something with her boyfriend, her man, and she chooses a moment to act out, that doesn't make her, a bad person just because she's having a bad day and she chooses to lash out at that moment. She's letting out some steam. She's letting out her anger, right? I'm just saying that women have it in their nature to be that way, right? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it defines who a woman is. I am in no way trying to say that it defines who a woman is. Absolutely not. It does not define who a woman is. Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. Not whatsoever. Angela ain't budging. Angela, I respect it, Angela. I respect it. I respect your stance. I just think that all women have it in their nature. That's just my opinion. Xander says, I'm sure you have that. You have, but you just don't realize it because as a kid, I'm sure you did. I don't know who you're talking to. You talking to me? Who you talking to? Hold on. Busy says he saw something hilariously recently where it said a meme where it was saying that women are so evil God made them bleed once a month and stuff like that. Yeah, I think I saw that meme. Well, you gotta look into the the biblical story. If you look into the biblical story, man was kicked out of the Garden of Eden because of the woman's disobedience. Look into the biblical story. Man was kicked out of the Garden of Eden because of the woman's disobedience. Now, you have to hold Adam, responsible relatively because he was given leadership of that woman. He was given leadership of that woman, right? But that woman did deceive him. And I think that's a great lesson for men to learn. Yeah, you may choose the wrong woman. You may allow a woman to deceive you, but ultimately you are a man. You are supposed to be leading the ship. So, yeah, she tricked you. Yeah, she deceived you, but you were supposed to be man enough and take responsibility. Why didn't you? But yes, man was kicked out of paradise because of the woman. What do women think about that? How do you women feel about that? Do any of you are any of you women believers in the Bible? Any of you women Christian women? You know, believers in the Bible, man was kicked out of paradise because of the woman's disobedience. The woman was tricked, you know. Listen, the woman was tricked. The woman was deceived herself. Okay. But at the end of the day, she decided to drag down that man with her. You know? Jessica says, stop quoting religious scriptures. How dare you quote scriptures? Why can't I quote scriptures, Jessica? Why? Why is it wrong for me to quote scriptures, Jessica? Why is that wrong? There's a lot of people in here that are believers. There's a lot of people in here that believe in the Bible. A lot of people that believe in the Old Testament, New Testament, you know, the stories in the Bible. Why is it wrong for me to bring up these things? These things correlate to our lives. I understand you may be an atheist, you may be a non-believer. I understand where you're coming from. Maybe you're an atheist, non-believer, maybe you're agnostic. Yeah, I understand where you may be coming from, that it probably has no correlation to your life or whatever. I understand where you're coming from. But to the people that believe in the Bible, to the people that are believers, you're going to tell them that, you know, how they feel, what they believe in isn't true. Does it correlate to their lives? You know, that's my question to you. Davey says Eve and Adam disobeyed. I agree. They both disobeyed, but Eve deceived Adam. Eve deceived Adam. She decided to drag down Adam with her. You know? Now, you have to understand, Davey, that Adam is held responsible regardless. He was deceived, but he holds responsibility because God gave him leadership over the woman, over the creatures of the earth. He gave him leadership over these things. So just because Adam was deceived, it doesn't give him a way out. So just because I'm saying that Adam was deceived, I'm not giving him a way out because God still gave him leadership over these things. You have to realize that. So just because I'm saying that Eve deceived him, I'm not giving Adam a way out. At the end of the day, you were giving leadership of all these things. You know, you were giving leadership over the woman, over the creatures. And, you know, you still decided to eat that apple. You were deceived, but you still should have known better. So, you know, I'm not giving Adam a way out. I'm just saying that he was deceived. At the end of the day, he was deceived. Angela says Adam chose to disobey God on his own. Yeah. You can make that argument, Angela. I'm not mad at that argument. But Angela, why are you not giving any responsibility to that woman as a woman? And you know what they say about Angela. You know what they say about women, Angela. They say that women lack accountability. Why are you not giving Eve any accountability as a woman, Angela? Why are you not giving Eve any accountability? Why wasn't that woman? You know, the women are, women are the backbones of society. They help men. You know, a woman was, see, y'all probably not going to like where I'm going to go, but women were created. You're not going to like what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it. Women were created to be the helpmates for men, right? That's what God created women for, to be helpmates to their husbands. Now, women are supposed to help men, right? They're supposed to be helpmates to them. You know, if you're going to give Adam the blame for disobeying God, why wasn't that woman protecting Adam? Why wasn't she doing things to help him? Why wasn't she saying to Adam, no, Adam, I know I bit this apple, and I disobeyed God, but I won't let you do it. Why didn't she help him? Why wasn't she being a helpmate? That's my question to you women. And what I'm saying is biblically sound. You can look in the Bible. women were created to be helpmates to men, helpmates to their husbands. And if women are being if women were created to be helpmates to their husbands, why didn't Eve protect Adam? That's my question. You know? Angela says, if you believe that book of fable, I didn't know Angela was a non-believer. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay, Angela. I didn't know Angela was an atheist. So Angela says, if you believe that book of fables. I didn't know Angela was a non-believer. Okay, that's what's up. Hey, I didn't know. I didn't know that. Jessica says, quit your religion first. Why are you women so against God today? What? It's Christmas. Where's your Christmas spirit? Why are you women so against God today? It's Christmas. Where's your Christmas spirit? Where's your Christmas spirit, man? Xander says, Jessica, people can believe in what they want. I agree. Listen, if you're a non-believer, I respect your stance in non-belief. I respect, but you got to remember the burden of proof. The burden of proof is upon the believer, but also the non-belief of nothing existing is also upon the non-believer. If you don't believe that these things don't exist, it's your responsibility to prove that they don't exist. Just like it's the person who believes that these things exist, it's the burden of proof is upon them to show that these things do exist. So the burden of proof is upon both of us. If you don't believe it, show me that you don't believe it. Show me proof that these things don't exist. Just like if I believe, the burden of proof is upon me to show you that why I believe. You know? If people believe these things, these are what people believe. These are, and I don't know if Jessica remembers that I asked this, but I asked Jessica this one time before. I was like, Jessica, 'cause I think Jessica is like in her 30s. I was like, Jessica, who are you as a 30-year-old woman? You've only been around for 30 years. These biblical texts have been around for thousands of years. The traditions have been passed down from culture to culture, from man to man, to generation. Who are you to come around in your 35 years of life and say that these things don't exist? And I think that's a valid question. These traditions have been passed on from generation to generation. The religion, the spiritual tradition have been passed on from generation to generation, from man, to church, to spirit to spirit. Who are you to come along in your 35 years of life and say that these things don't exist? But now, I respect people who I respect if that's your stance. If you don't believe, I respect your stance. I respect your stance. I respect your stance. If you're a non-believer, I respect your stance. Jessica says Christmas is for family reunions for me. I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. For most people, that's what it's about anyway. It's about family, spending time together. In essence, it's really about fourth quarter projections. That's what it's really about. It's about fourth quarter projections. Fourth quarter projections for companies. That's what it's really about. But I get to the anybody that any family member. It's about being with their family in those special times. I get it. Xander says, I believe some people found remains of Noah's Ark. Really? I gotta look into. I did hear something like that. I haven't looked into that. I do need to look into that. I've heard that before though. I believe the story of Noah's Ark is more of an allegorical story. I believe the story is true, but it's more allegory. I think that I think people take a lot of things in the Bible, and I think that they are making it maybe a little bit too literal, and maybe you should look at it as more spiritual and allegorical. I don't think everything in the Bible is extra literal. It's more allegorical and spiritual.
You don't find that suspicious?
You can, but it is what it is. That's what I think. I believe that things are more allegorical and more spiritual than it being overly literal. Josh says the Bible is literal. Well, you gotta believe, or you gotta understand that the Bible has also been passed down, and a lot of the stories in the Bible are allegorical. Some of the stories are allegorical. Some of the stories in the Bible are allegorical. Some of them are allegorical. Some of them, and you have to remember that the Bible is being translated in different languages. I mean, we're talking about from Hebrew to Greek, being translated from that into English, into Latin. So, I mean, a lot of these words don't have the same meaning that you guys think. Some of these words in the Bible, they have different meanings. There may be a word in the Bible that you look at right now, and it doesn't have the same meaning if you look at it in the Hebrew meaning, or if you look at it in the Greek meaning. You're looking at it in English, but these things don't translate to English. These things translate over to Greek. So sometimes you have to look at the Greek definition of a word. That's another thing that a lot of people don't realize, that a lot of the times you're reading something in the Bible, you're reading an English Bible, but the Bible was written in Hebrew, Greek. So you may have to look at a Greek translation of a word, especially in the New Testament. When you're looking at the Old Testament, you have to look at a Hebrew definition of a word, just to get the full understanding of what the verse is talking about. A lot of people don't know that. Xander says our faith can move mountains. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Allegorical. Matthew 7:20. Our faith can move mountains. Allegorical. It's allegorical. Some things are allegorical in the Bible. Some things are not overly literal. They're allegorical. They're allegorical meanings to a story. Allegorical meanings to what they're saying. They're not necessarily literal. They're allegorical. Some people take things a little too overly literal. But that doesn't mean everything in the Bible is allegorical. But there are some things in the Bible that are allegorical. But that's a decent example. Somebody says a Rangers fan. Cool, bro. It's Islanders all day. Screw the Rangers. Screw the New Jersey Devils. Screw them. Long Island. Islanders. All day. Every day. Yeah, man. Listen, y'all. I can't even see the poll. Let me see the poll real quick before. Hold on, y'all. Who do y'all think cheats more? Before we get out of here, who do y'all think cheats more? Jessica, who do you think cheats more? I want to know from you. Who do you think cheats more? I don't think I got your answer. Jessica says, change your topic to Bible stories. You can be loud preacher on on YouTube by have a great day. Like, don't leave yet, Jessica. I want to ask you a question. Who do you think cheats more, Jessica? Don't leave yet. I don't want to change my topic. I want to ask you, who cheats more? Who cheats more? Jessica says men. Why do you think men? Why do you think men? I'm curious. Why do you say men? Why do you think men cheat more, Jessica? I want to know. Would you not agree, Jessica, that women have more opportunities to cheat? I think women have more opportunities to cheat than men. So if we're looking at the opportunities to cheat, I mean, women by and large have more opportunities to do more dirt. Xander says Jessica is definitely showing me a thing we was talking about earlier. What was y'all talking about earlier? Norton says women. There are 30 women to 1. Here cheating, bro. Yeah, my OBS went out. Give me 1 second. Jessica says from life experience, they're lustful bastard. Jessica, be honest. Do you hate men? Be honest. Do you hate men, Jessica? Forget about the topic. Do you hate men, Jessica? Because every time you come in here, it sounds like you got like a little resentment towards men. Do you hate men? Just be honest. Do you hate men? Do you feel like men, like you could live without them? Do you feel like they're unworthy to be around you? Do you hate men? Because like I feel like when you, cause I've heard you in certain conversations, and it sounds like you really have a disdain for men. Because like I've been through some bad relationships with women. I've had my heart broken. I've had women do some terrible things to me, but I could honestly say I don't hate women. I don't hate them. Because I look at those situations and I say, you know what? That was just a bad person. I don't think that it's indicative of all women, or I think it's indicative of that person. I think some women, and I'm not saying it's you, Jessica. That's why I'm asking, do you hate men? I don't know if you do. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I think that sometimes people, well, you know, women, even men sometimes, and they've been through so many bad relationships, they get to a point where they start to hate a gender, hate men or hate women or whatever it may be. And I hope you're not at that point. I hope you're not at that point, you know. So that's why I'm asking you, do you hate men? You know, it's okay if you do, but I just want to know. Angela says, hold on. Angela says, that is men who can't turn down a free opportunity for smecks, and men don't have the same discipline. I think men have discipline. Men have good discipline. I think not all men, but you know, there are some men that have some discipline, you know. But I mean, that could be true. Yeah, man. It's crazy though. I stand on it though. I think women cheat more. I think women just have more opportunities to cheat, you know? Men don't have all these opportunities to cheat. We don't have all these opportunities to cheat. We don't be having all these opportunities to cheat. You know? Even if a dude doesn't like a girl, let's say if a girl is interested in a dude, but he doesn't want to like have relations with her, he's not gonna turn down no head from her. He's not gonna turn down like he's not gonna turn down some head from her. So I mean, women have more opportunities to cheat. I just feel like women have more opportunities to cheat. That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. But it's like 3:00 in the morning, y'all. Listen, it's getting kind of late. I'm tired. I want to give a salute to Angela for holding me down. Salute to Angela for holding me down today. Salute to Xander. Salute to Jessica. Salute to Abdur. Salute to everybody in the chat right now. Salute to everybody in the chat. Everybody that came through, said their piece, said their spill on this topic. I just want to give a little Christmas show. I want to wish everybody in here a happy holidays. Happy holidays to y'all, man. Happy holidays. Enjoy this time with your families. Give me 1 second. Enjoy this time with your families. If you got kids, that's what Christmas is about. You know, I don't celebrate Christmas, but you know, if you got kids and you want to celebrate it, I think that's a beautiful thing. I think it's beautiful. Allow your kids to enjoy. I remember those Christmases for me as a young man, as a young boy, and you know, the way I would feel, those Christmas Eves, those Christmas mornings. It was a good feeling, bro. It was a beautiful feeling. You know, I don't necessarily celebrate Christmas, but I do think it was a good feeling. I think it was, you know, something that you should cherish and something that you should pass down to generations. It don't have to be Christmas, but maybe you celebrate it. Maybe you celebrate on a different day, whatever. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, make sure you guys celebrate with your families. Have a good Christmas. Happy holidays. I'm gonna try to drink some eggnog tonight, or not tonight, but today. But with that being said, I'll probably do a show later today, and I'll see you guys later tonight. But with that being said, you guys have a good night. Enjoy yourselves. And I'll see you guys in the next stream, man. We are out. I'll see you guys later today. God willing, we out. Toodles, y'all.